G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and today we will be looking at the power of the Primes, Tailgate, and Windcharger. So I wasn't sure what to do next, and I thought, you know what, let's do a couple of legends. So here we go, Windcharger and Tailgate. Very simple figures from the power of the Primes. I want to say trilogy for some reason, I don't know why. I suppose it was part of the trilogy, wasn't it? So yeah, just a nice red sports car. Although honestly, even for both of them, I swear the bonnet does not want to stay down properly. Yeah, these are my nice little fill-ins until I get some proper masterpiece style. I was looking at some X-Transpots ones, but I'm thinking I might hold off on those. So they are pretty much identical, except for where their sticker is located. And I think that one's more white, where that one's more silver. And of course, the underneath, and yeah, everything else is pretty much identical. So, first size comparison, here they are with Windblade. So as you can see, she's obviously way bigger, and I don't know why. Her arm has disconnected. Weird. Anywho. So there we go. They are with Windblade. And of course their transformations are the same. So we'll do both of them just for the sake of doing both of them. Let's lift that camera up a little bit. So here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull back here, which will lift up the legs. You're going to split them in half. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold this up, and then you're going to fold this back. And what it does, and I'll show it better on the other foot, is this tab here will actually fold over this piece. So if I pull that up and then fold that back, it goes over the top, which keeps the heels in place. So then what we're going to do is lift up the bonnet, just to get that out of the way. We're going to pull out the arms and bring them down. And I know this is going to sound funny, but this is where the slightly difficult bit is. You're going to pull back on here so that this sort of double hinges down here. Then what you can do is you can bring this down, and this tab's going to go into here. Insert your own jokes if you feel required, like so, and then we can just turn the head around, and there is Cliff Jumper in his Cliff Jumper. I don't know why I keep thinking Cliff Jumper. Windcharger in his robot mode, and I don't know why I'm not focusing very well. So same as with Tailgate. So fold that back, split the legs, flip that up, flip that up. Flip that up, flip that up, flip up the bonnet, flip out the arms, and I didn't show this, but there's a little tab on both of these which just sits in the side of the wrist. So we bring down that double hinge, we plug that in and press that at the back, and then we turn the head around, and there is Tailgate. Although I usually have a chance of pushing these further than they're supposed to go, especially on Tailgate. So there they are, Tailgate and Windcharger. So just take a closer look. Yeah, it looks rather nice. You know, I was perfectly happy with getting these guys as my stand-ins. But eventually I will like to replace them eventually. And then these guys can remain in their robot mode. So pretty much everything's identical, even the bodies. It's just a different color scheme, different head, and that's pretty much it. Just the Decepticon. God, I'm going really well. Can you half tell I had a long day at work? The Autobot logo has changed spots, and this is picked out on Tailgate, whereas it isn't really on Cliff Jumper. Did it again. Windcharger. So pretty much articulation is exactly identical on both. You can do a full 360 with the head, can't move it up or down. Arms can do a full 360 on a ball joint. You can use the transformation joint if you want to get them up, but it doesn't really help. Can go out that far. There is technically bicep rotation, but it's more of a ball joint in the wrist, in the forearm, so it's more forearm rotation. You can get the elbow up that far, which then connects onto there. No joint in the fingers. It's one solid piece with a gun hole, if you want to call it that. It has no waist rotation. Even if you unplug the back, it's still not going to move. Leg can go up that far. And leg can't really go further back. But in this case, if you do unhinge that and just sort of lift it up, you get a bit more of the back of the leg. Ball joint lets the leg go out that far. Get all that plugged back in. A little bit of twist at the hip, but barely anything. Knee goes up that far. Of course, if you disconnect that, it'll get further, but that's just a transformation joint. He has no ankle pivot or anything, although you can move the foot up and down if you want. And of course, tailgate's the exact same, so take my word for it. But yeah, so also they kind of have a artificial heel, an artificial, goddamn words, artificial elbow. God, I'm going well with this, aren't I? I should have done this tomorrow. It has an artificial ankle tilt by the way that the foot is angled. So you do kind of get an ankle tilt without actually having an ankle tilt. So there we go. So for size comparison, oops, sorry. Let me reach back and get Prime because I've got him in the wrong spot. Here they are with MP10, and as you can see, he towers above them, but what can you expect? These guys are legends. He is Masterpiece, but even with a Masterpiece Windcharger or Tailgate, I'd say they come off about here, depending on who makes them. So there we go. So if you liked this video, I know it's shorter, but hey, can't have them long all the time or in multi-parts. But if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you it will not hurt my feelings. One of you already has. For the first time, I actually got a thumbs down. And that was an interesting surprise. Hey, but as I said, doesn't hurt my feelings. You do what you do. Subscribe, ring that bell. Maybe leave me a comment. I do love responding to them, even if you do not like what I do and you think I'm stupid. Entirely up to you. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.